Hey.
Yo. Modern Fossil.
That's us.
Subscribe, hit that dislike button, leave a
You
hate
were
comment.
Very much unaware, and I was as well for a while. We're Modern Fossil. That's
Yeah.
what we are. And we're gonna be doing
Fossil.
some Ace Attorney right now.
Part what? 55?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, around there.
All right.
So, and starting this part 55, we're gonna go talk to Edgeworth.
All right. Let's do it.
Go to the entrance.
Why's this controller so wet?
Because I used it as like a cloth to clean up some piss.
Yep, it feels like piss.
Alright, we got a parking lot.
February 24, Prosecutor's Office underground parking lot.
Oh, no!
No one's here today. Not even Miss Starr.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Ain't in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow.
To Edward's office.
I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. Looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor.
Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Sure, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
Like how he's gay.
Mm-hmm. We'll get that conclusion, no way. We'll get it. So what do you want? And like some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 3 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. And nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything.
I mean, typically when bonds are broken, it's never a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, what if a covalent bond breaks? What does that do? Nuclear explosion.
What the fuck is a covalent bond, right?
Oh yeah, that wasn't discovered till 2004.
Yeah. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as a prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. But tell me why? Why has it all come to this?
Actually scared the shit out of me.
Yeah,
like, make sure you put that in there, because oh my god, I think it just tweaked my neck. Damn it. Oh, I literally like went like
my performance is so empowering.
Yeah, I literally
injured you.
I scrunched my neck up and it just like some bones scraped together. God. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
Some rats in the walls. Don't worry about that. First last year's child and now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. Be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on a trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists Went twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I might not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture I taken around that time.
That picture. Something seems strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving rewards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I didn't want it because it kind of looked like the murder weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
I finished up at the office in the morning and drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in the case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right. Go ahead and examine something.
You mean this little thing?
No. Well, we're looking at it. One such a prestigious award. Why would he just leave it on the couch?
Yeah, you'd think you want to show this thing off more than that giant steel samurai. What is it?
This is the King of Prosecutors Award, right?
Of course it is. You know that.
I saw something today that looked like this somewhere.
Something that looked like that.
Yeah, only different. Now, what was that?
She's right. Something's amiss here. Maybe I should show Edgeworth that item.
Look at something else. Preferably the piece of paper that's on the floor.
Oh, right, that they mentioned at the beginning, so
Yeah.
obviously. I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there!
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Hey, Edgeworth! Is that Detective Gumshoe at the window there? Oh no! He's falling to the ground!
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet.
No. He didn't even look.
What? Letter of the...
Rape?
I don't think so.
No.
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation.
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... Well, what do you mean? He means resignation.
I'm tired. Right.
They take melatonin or something. Don't quit.
Not like that. I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything.
Letter of resignation! Edgeworth's discarded letter of resignation. He's serious! Alright, show Edgeworth a piece of evidence.
Okay.
That's definitely not the murder weapon. containing what is definitely not the motorway.
This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Yeah, just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the Keen of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. Oh, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago.
Sure.
There's a story behind its design. A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Right, Doctor? Get a story time from Edgeworth. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Well, why don't you tell it, though? You know, for Emma's sake, you know, scientifically speaking.
Very well. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was a arms merchant.
Yo, why is this music playing? They should have put some new music in this part.
Because this is like the story of the contradiction.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, you don't look into things. You just throw out these complaints. My God,
These contradictions.
One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other!
Very perceptive, but then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. Nature Tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. Even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
You have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant.
King
of Prosecutors trophy. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. But you're showing me your badge. I think it's different dialogue, actually. So, you gotta... It's the wrong button. You gotta present it. You gotta press the triangle button to present it. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. I think it's the same thing. Okay, I think that's it. So go to the underground parking lot. Excuse me. Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef?
Oh my God, I hate her.
Miss Star! I guess she's out of lunches.
You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk.
Wow, that's very okay.
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know, a little scene I happened to witness.
The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
Miss Starr's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago.
Oh no! Joe Dark. That's a name I'll soon not forget. It's the same thing! It's the same thing!
Nope.
It is the same line!
Oh.
It is the same line!
Okay, so you're discounting the writing of this game?
Oh, God! It's more dramatic if I say it like that. I trailed them for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was even more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
Her?
Lana Sky.
Oh my god.
My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant.
Oh my god.
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dog got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. An honest guy transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. I always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Honest guy was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
She was being used.
Damon Cantton, Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation with Lana's second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism, in particular, was almost unreal. Because he was Magneto in disguise.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible evidence? You mean...
Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
Back then everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Marshall? When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Star. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Dude, this music's like a lullaby.
Very much.
Legit. Like every time we play, I just start yawning. I'm like, what? I'm not even tired. Then I just realized, I'm like, wait. It's just like,
it's a song. It's forcing me to go to sleep. My God.
it really is though. Oh, all right. Now see, now I'm tired.
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. I just went with it. Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way.
What kind of joke can I come up with here? He solved a problem that no one could stand in his way. I got, push a lawnmower.
The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office.
Holy shit.
That must have been his goal all along. But how can you control a building? I mean, how can you control Lana?
What was that?
It was a joke, you dumbass.
What joke?
Because she said that. Okay, let me explain. She said that that Gant was controlling the prosecutor's office. So the joke is.
Oh, I get it.
Ah!
Take it again.
How could he control Lana?
Now, from here on out, I want you to respect this fucking script. I want you to respect this game.
I am sorry. I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star.
You listen to me, you rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine.
You're right. It also takes Remy the Rat.
And love. Oh my God, you destroyed everything!
Oh, sorry, I got an itchy pit.
I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
What did you just say? Say that again?
I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've
Whoa,
been.
whoa, what? Say that again?
I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
You idiot, it's chef. Yeah, there you go. It's chef.
I forgot. The Midwestern pronunciation.
Roast him in the comments. He said, how do you say it?
I said chef.
Okay. What do you put on a burger?
Bread.
No,
Meat.
on the meat. What goes on top of the meat?
Cheese.
Oh, cheese. So, for you, what do you call it? Cheese?
Yes, I actually do.
You call it cheese.
Yeah, cheese. Am I the weirdo here?
Chef. Chef.
Go to Gumshoe, peasant. You go from the detention center. Yeah, you could go there and then go to Gumshoe from there.
Oh, sorry, I lagged there for a second. Gummy. Oh, you're back. Oh,
You're still here?
I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ.
I gotta admire your persistence. Wait, hold on. Let me take my glasses off. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. See, persistency. I've never read that word or seen that word. I've seen persistence, but persistency. Never seen it through.
Maybe you should read more books.
Definitely, no doubt. Listen, man, I definitely should. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we could do to make the detective change his mind. Go ahead and examine the guy on the left.
Oh, Josh Duhamel.
Yes.
That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
You probably gotta give him
All
a...
right, Josh Duhamel.
Oh, Francesca, you're more lovely than a marsupial and... Quiet, Jean-Marc. Words will just spoil the moment. Now hold me close. What the fuck is happening?
Oh, well, what? I have no idea what's going on.
Yes, this approach allows for much more intrigue. It seems he's given up on the mystery genre.
Was he reading a book or something?
No, he was writing a novel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay.
Gonna choose something.
Okay, something that would be
That
worth
would-
his while.
That would very much freak him out. Make him piss his pants. Literally on camera.
Oh, this would get it. This would get him because he loves old Edgeworth.
Alright, go ahead and send it in.
What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Miss Edgeworth can't be serious.
Is he ever not serious?
I can't believe they pushed him this far. I mean,
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
when I first met him.
Oh, yeah, the music's done, by the way. You can get it on your thing.
Oh, thank God.
The different one this time. It's DL6 instead.
Makes me quiet. It makes me
The
tired.
DL6 song makes you sad.
All of them, except for of course, you know, well, how does it go?
Ghost Books theme?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very much
Yeah.
Ghost Books theme.
When I first met him, listen, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. Okay, he trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence, but we betrayed him.
Detective?
That's it. I made up my mind. But here, take my ID card.
We can't do that. If someone found out...
They won't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated.
What?
So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
All right, detective. Thank you.
Gumshoes ID, a police department ID card, allows access to areas of the PD open to detectives.
Alright, and we're gonna go to Gant's office in the next episode.
In the next episode of
Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Modern Fossil. Make sure to
Starring Mackle as Phoenix Wright.
starring Mackle as Mackle, and then
Yep.
starring
Duvan.
Diarrhea as
Diarrhea
as a
as-
bunch of
as-
other
as-
people,
as
Edgeworth and Emma and
Angel and Gant.
Old Bag.
and Old Bag.
Remember that one? Old
And Winston Payne.
Winston Payne.
I was D. Vasquez. I was also Von Karma. I was also Yanni Yogi
Yeah, a lot of shit.
and Larry Butts. I believe that's everybody. And goodbye.